What's happening out there? Welcome to the Man on the Moon World, where we learn, explore, and inspire. Here at the Man on the Moon World, if it has a motor and goes fast, I'll probably talk about it. I'll take you to places you've been, and some places you probably haven't. Today, we're going to take you back to Lounge 2105 here on Moreland Avenue, and it is my distinct pleasure to have with me my main man, Teebo. Teebo, man, we go way, way, way back. I think I met you back in 2005, 2006.
Yeah, that's
when
true.
I first moved here to Atlanta. And you've been riding hard ever since the time I met you.
Correct.
So with that being said, man, let's do some history first, man.
Okay.
You from Atlanta or?
I'm originally from Atlanta, Dixie Hill.
Is that right?
West Side, yep.
Okay. All right, pull up on that mic just a little bit, because I can.
Right there?
Oh, yeah, you sound good now.
Okay.
So now you originally from Atlanta?
Original ATL.
Is that, you wasn't born in that Grady, were you?
No, I was actually born in East Point, South Fulton Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're an original ATL cat.
Yeah.
You don't meet many of y'all around here these days, man.
No, we got a lot of implants out here now.
Going back to when I first met this dude, man, I was riding my purple Yamaha Roadstar Warrior back then, and that's a long time ago, man.
Sorry to hear that.
Hey, it was loud and it was fast. That's
Yes,
all I
sir.
know about back then.
Yes, sir.
But talk to us about your motorcycle history, your Harley Davidson roots. When did you start riding, man?
Well, I've been riding all my life. Never rode a sport bike. I just went from when I was a kid, I had the scooters and, dirt bikes and stuff like that. And then when I got into the Harleys, I didn't want to go sport bike to a Harley. I just went straight to a Harley when I was like 28.
Okay.
Something like that.
And what was your first Harley Davidson?
Springer.
You had a Springer?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was back, what, 02, 03?
That was 05.
05.
05. I got a Heritage Springer, and Harley Davidson, they stopped making them, then they started back. And I got one of the first models when they started making them again.
So you've been doing this for almost 20 years on Harley Davidsons, man.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you got stories to tell, but let's do this, man. You've been riding for about 18 years. Tell me something about the history of the Atlanta motorcycle set, because I'm sure you've seen quite a bit of it. So take us back to the days of Frozen Palace and things of that nature.
Yeah. Frozen Palace, that was one of the best things that could ever happen in Atlanta. Back then, you probably had 3 or 4 or 5 guys on Harleys, everybody else on sport bikes.
Right.
I was one of those 4 or 5 guys, and we were just a few, back then. And over the years, you just saw the transition going, getting more and more people, and it just exploded. And I've been here day one. When people try to talk about the ATL bike set as far as the Harley movement, I've been here.
Yeah.
One, and I would say to myself, I'm one of the ones, and I can name some guys like Sonny Collins, Terrence, a lot of Jeff, JP with Rap Breed, Jeffrey Moulton, Jerome, man, just a lot of guys that a lot of people don't even know about that was out here, man. We was out here, and I was the youngest one in the bunch. Gary, rest in peace, he was out here, and I was the youngest cat in the bunch.
Pioneer of this Harley Davidson thing here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Now, word on the street is that you was the founder of Kings of the South, and you got that thing started. What made you start a motorcycle club, man?
You know what? We were already right. You know what's funny? Back then, you had Ironbread. Now, this was before the club stuff. You had Ironbread, you had Kings of the South, and you had Rap Breed. But in those 3 different clubs, we were already riding together back then. So back then, you had sport bikes, you had the Harleys, and you had the choppers. Choppers was big back then.
Right.
That's when American choppers and all that stuff was on. And back then, we just all rode together.
Okay.
We all rode together all the time. The only time we got, it kind of went, everybody went their separate ways when the club stuff started, you know. And, but we all rode together back then. Every weekend we in Buckhead. We had, that's before Onyx used to be called the Masters. And it used to be white, and it was transitioning to black dances and stuff, but man, we were in there every weekend, man.
Back when they had that Bad Saturday motorcycle run, man, when they hit all the strip clubs, that was That was a blast. I remember I used to come down and visit my sister, and I would bring my motorcycle.
Right.
And I would hang out with you and Big
Yeah.
Red Terrence.
Yep, Terrence.
And y'all
Yep.
was some cool cats, man.
Yep.
Y'all showed me all kind of hospitality back then. So through the years, as this motorcycle thing and this Harley thing has gotten bigger and bigger in the city of Atlanta, you got more and more people buying motorcycles, riding motorcycles, being a part of this set, and it's just crazy the amount of things that are going on out there. So tell me about you right now, and I understand you got something going on with them cats out in Conyers at Street King Motorsports. What's happening out there, man? Y'all running bikes, or what's going on out there, man?
Street King, that's my family out there. Old Marvo, Pooh, man, Hammer, GB, all of us out there, man. We just pretty much taking over the race game. And I remember when O started, man, when he started out getting into the motors and things like that. So to see him where he was and where he is now, man, I'm proud of him. I tell him that all the time, man, because right now, hey, we hard to beat. We hard to beat. If you want motor work, come to Street King Motorsports, man.
Last year, I went out and did an interview with those cats out there, Street King Motorsports. Shout out to y'all out there, man. They do great work, man, and a lot of people are getting their bikes done out there, too.
Absolutely.
So I just interviewed Keisha the other night, and she's racing with y'all out there, too.
Yeah, that's our sister. That's, hey, you mess with her, you mess with all of us. That's just what it is, and we love her to death, and she's down like 4 flat tires, man.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So you know what, man? It's the motorcycle set. It's what we talking about. I had an opportunity to sit down and chop it up with you last year, but we didn't get a chance to put that interview out, which is why I really wanted to do this.
Right.
This is going to be my first episode in Chapter 2, so it was important that I got you out here to be a part of it.
Right.
So you know what, man? There's a lot of stuff that I know you want to talk about, but before I let you go, because I'm going to let you go on a rant. I know you got one for us, though. Mm-hmm. But here's what I need to know, man. What's going on with you? What's happening with the bike thing? Are you racing? Where you at, man?
I don't race, but what I do is I cheer my team on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm one of their big spokesperson, and when we out there racing, I let them do the racing. I'm gonna do the talking for them. You know what I'm saying? I do the talking, all the shit talking, all that stuff, man. And it's a lot of fun. I try not to get too deep with it because people get in their feelings about stuff. But nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to take an L, man. Man, you can't win everything, man.
Yeah.
But all I can say is step your bread up, man, and maybe you'll win some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Or join the Street King team, man. You'll be all right.
Now let me ask you this, man. You've been doing motorcycles and doing a lot of events around here in Atlanta. What's the nicest bike night out there, man?
Right now?
Yeah, who got the nicest bike night?
Pseudos.
Pseudos
Got a nice bike.
Wednesday nights over there?
Yeah. Pseudos, yeah.
Shout out to DJ Dirty and Dirty Promotions out there.
Absolutely.
And Pseudo, my man Biz. They doing their thing out there on Wednesday nights, man.
Much respect to Biz and Dirty, man. That's family as well, man. Them good cats right there, man.
Yeah, they put on a hell of a bike night, man. The bike night in this city has evolved, man. It has really evolved, man. But people in the streets want to know about you, Teebo. You got anything coming up, man, on the club set? What you got working, man?
Man, I just do me, man. Well, I pop out. I try not to. I don't get out like I used to. You know, man, we used to go hard with this for a long time, and like 7 days a week, we were running with it, man. And where it is now, man, I like to just sit back and just be proud of where it is now with the younger cats. I mean, we got, like out in L.A., they got a lot of young cats out there on Harleys. I think I can count a couple of them, that's really out here doing it. You got Young Cash, which he's the future, man. You got Malcolm X with Rap Breed, Young Cat. They the future of this stuff, man.
Okay.
Shannon Lyons, they the future of this stuff, and that's only 3 that I could really speak on right off, man. And just to see those guys getting in it at a young age, they the future.
Yeah.
So as an old head, as an OG or whatever you want to call it, it's my job at this point to show them the ins and outs of this stuff, because you can get lost out here, man.
You can
get lost and you can lose it all out here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're doing.
Man, this bike thing will wear you out, man. It'll wear you out. It will wear you out and leave you broke, busted, and disgusted if you let it.
Disgusted and with a pistol to your head, just like, what did I do wrong? Because at the end of the day, you need to enjoy it, because there's no refund.
That's right.
So And I always live my life on treat people how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm big about that. And that's why, people try to talk bad on your name, but my reputation speaks for itself because, as you know, for somebody that's been knowing me for a long time, you've been the same way, and I'm the same person when you see me. You know what I'm saying? I don't flip flop for nobody. You know what I'm saying?
And people don't understand that motorcycling is actually a sport.
It is.
It's actually a sport.
Yeah.
So what happens when you get on the field with the other players on the team? It should be teamwork and camaraderie, and a lot of times that don't happen. It's a lot of who's got the fastest, the best, the prettiest. It's a lot of that, but it should be a lot of camaraderie out there.
Well, that's where the animosity comes in at when, and it's sad that us, it's black people, man, ride motorcycles, it should be something where it's supposed to be we're free and we're living on, we're just out there on the highway. No, man, these folks done turned this shit into a soap opera, man, because they feel like your bike look better than theirs and your pocket's bigger than theirs, and and that's what it's come to. It's become a soap opera more so than caring about what the culture as far as riding a motorcycle. It's more so of somebody pull up, you got cats in the corner, man, look at that motherfucker over there, man, nigga think he all, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, man. But hey, like I said, if either get involved or get out the way, you know what I'm saying, man. And right now, it's kind of like, it's fun. I was talking to one of my 1% partners the other night, man, and me and him was laughing about it because it's been a shift. Our era was our era, and the worst thing you can do as an old head is try to, once your era is over,
that's right,
step aside.
You can't impose the way things were on the way things are.
You can't do that. And I'm sorry for the ones that didn't get involved back then. And I put up something on Facebook not too long ago. The worst thing you can do on a motorcycle set is go through a midlife crisis. And midlife crisis motorcycle set, they don't mix.
No.
Because you're going to be out here doing shit you ain't got no business doing. And as old heads, I just feel like it's our job to instill the right information in people, not if you see the mess. The problem what you see now, you got old heads, they getting involved with the mess instead of trying to guide folk the right way, man. And it's kind of making it more so like a soap opera versus, hey, the love of riding motorcycles.
Yeah. And that's what Gene Preston said. Shout out to Thunder Tower West and Gene Preston over there. He used to say a long time ago, man, this thing is all about the love of riding your motorcycle, And if you're not riding your motorcycle, then you're missing the whole point of this thing right now.
You miss it.
If you ain't on a slab with you and your homies going from state to state and getting out of Georgia, you missing the point of this thing because the friendships and the bonds are all forged when you're out there on that slab, not when you're sitting in the parking lot drinking a cold beer. I got nothing wrong with drinking a cold beer, but you need to get out and ride your motorcycle, man.
Ride that motorcycle. The motorcycle culture is taking me places I never thought I would go. I never thought I would be in South Dakota, in Sturgis.
Right.
A lot of people say, oh, Sturgis, you go up there with them white folk. Man, them white folks showed me love up there, man.
Okay.
I didn't have an issue, and I would advise any African-American, whoever, whatever nationality you are, man, go to Sturgis because it's just beautiful land. That stuff you see on TV. And I never thought I would see stuff like that. Riding out to California, just doing all the stuff I've done. That motorcycle has taken me places, and I don't take it for granted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't take it for granted. I don't sit around with like you say, sitting in the parking lot. Man, hop on that bike. It's cool. We meet up, drink a beer, but let's get on this road, man, and get some miles out there, man.
That's right. Now, let me ask you this. I got a few rapid fire questions for you.
Uh-oh.
What is the longest time that you've been out on your motorcycle, man?
The longest time?
Yeah.
And in what?
When you left your house, you came back a month later, and your stuff was on the front porch, like that.
I pulled some 24 hours. I haven't been out where I've been gone for. Well, I've been gone for probably 2 weeks top.
2 weeks?
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks.
Was that a 48-state run or something like that?
It was Cali, Arizona, that run. Yeah, maybe about 10, 11 days, something like that.
On the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a question I always ask people. What was the most miserable ride you ever been on?
Wow.
Like rain or getting stuck in traffic when your bike overheating or...
You know what? I've never had an issue with problems with my bike on the road.
Maybe not you, but somebody you'd ridden with had.
And I tell you what, but I was by myself. I rode to, I can't remember what the races were, but it was cold as hell. It was cold. It was brutal, man. I really just wanted to just say, fuck it, end it all right there. Just drive that some bitch off the road because it's just like...
It's just too cold.
It's just too cold. It's too cold, man. But I don't have many bad memories on that bike, man.
You ain't got no miserable memories of getting stuck in traffic and your nuts is on fire and somebody come by and give you a bottle of water. You ain't got no stories like that?
That's every day, though. That's part of the territory. That's it every day. So, man, because I feel like, first of all, when you get on that motorcycle, it's a strong possibility that you may not return home.
Yeah.
So when I get on it, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm not going to get on that sucker and be miserable. And I mean, things happen, but thank God, man, I've never really had breakdown issues, anything like that. People around me never really had any major issues, anything like that. Nah.
Yeah, well.
No, I got good memories, man.
I always say the best part of any ride is when you pull back up in your driveway.
Absolutely.
That's the best part of any ride right there.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, you ain't never had no miserable rides. Let me ask you this then. What is the most fun that you ever had on a motorcycle outing?
Man, it's been a lot. Oh, man. You know what? I go back to the old days of when Buckhead was Buckhead.
Okay.
Before they did the rearrangement out there. When you had $3 Cafe down there. You had ESPN Zone.
Mm-hmm.
All that Buckhead. Man, we would leave out on a Friday, and we all weekend long.
Hanging out.
We're going to put 1,000 miles just in a weekend, just at Buckhead. In Buckhead, just American Pie, all that stuff, man. Like, just, those were the good days, man.
Okay.
No clubs involved.
Yeah.
No clubs were involved back then. We were just cats, regular cats. We all just met up.
Hung out.
And hung out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You making it hard with these questions because you ain't gave me an answer yet. Okay, I got one for you. What is the proudest moment that you've had on your motorcycle so far?
The proudest moment. Oh, man.
I got to make you think just a little bit.
The proudest moment?
Yeah. Yeah, after you washed it, you got every one of them spokes clean. You was like, man, my bike ain't never been this clean before.
Well, you know what the proudest moment is when you pull up. See, a lot of cats, they get on the bikes and they want to go 100 miles per hour everywhere they go.
Okay.
Man, my pop told me, OG Pop, man, rest in peace, he told me, he said, man, why I'm speeding everywhere I go, I want to slow down where people can see this pretty motherfucker.
Okay.
So when you pull up at the red light, when people looking at your bike, actually kids, when kids see me and they wave and they looking at the bike, and so when that happens, doesn't let me know I'm inspiring. You're inspiring younger kids to want to get involved with motorcycles. You never know. You may run across these kids when I'm 70 years old. They may say, man, I remember you when you know what I'm saying? That's my proudest moment, man, seeing the young kids being enthused by us being on these motorcycles, man, honestly.
Enough of the nostalgic nonsense out there. What right now has really got you scratching your head in this motorcycle world out there right now?
Scratching my head? Scratching
your head. You're like, what the hell are they thinking out there?
Man, it's really almost everything with these cats. Moon is just like, it's so much going on in the world.
Right. First and foremost.
And then you talking about something that should be a pastime. Like, people always say the lifestyle. Well, that's just a glorified word. It's just a hell of a hobby, man. You know what I'm saying?
An expensive one.
Expensive because ain't nobody out here trying to die over no motorcycle stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, the stuff that just, when you get in, especially with clubs, it should be about the brotherhood, and things of that nature, but it's not. It's more so hey, I'm a dap you up when I see you. What up, man? What up with you? Then as soon as you walk away, man, fuck that nigga, man. You know, so it's stuff like that that has me scratching my head. The loyalty is gone. The
Okay.
respect is gone.
Yeah.
And I'm big on respect. I respect everybody. I respect my enemies, you know, and because I want the same in return. But the respect is a big thing that I see that has been lost out here. And because you got so many people, everybody can't be the number one.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody can't be the number one. And if you want to be the number one, put that work in. I've always, man, some of my old club brothers and kings of the South, they'll tell you, if you ever want to get inspired to be a president, VP, sergeant, whatever officer you want to be in a club, put the work in.
Yeah.
But don't sit on your ass all this time, then all of a sudden, shit blow up. Oh, now you want to come to the forefront, and now you want to be the man. No, put that work in.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, my thing is this. People have spent money. This shit costs money. Time away from their families. People have died. I lost a lot of good friends out here on this motorcycle stuff, man. So I have no respect for people that don't respect the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because people have lost their lives. And I see people, they lose their life and folk, they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
It's on to the next day, on to the next. And I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that that make me scratch my head. It's just a lack of respect for your fellow brother. You know,
Okay.
whether you like him or not. You know what I'm saying? Just show the respect, you know, because you want to be respected in return.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say, it's a two-way street. You know, you may be on that side, I'm on this side, but we all going in the same direction.
That's right.
We all going in the same direction. I just choose to be in this lane, and just don't be over in mine. I won't be over in yours. Life could just be simple, Moon, but people make it hard.
They make it hard.
They make it hard.
So it's 2023. We are on the verge of another motorcycle riding season. For some, they didn't stop in 2022, but me, I mean, this is the beginning of my 2023 riding season. And for you, what you got on the calendar for this year? What runs you making, man? What sparked some interest?
I may do Cali in June.
Okay.
Sales, the Tampa Jamboree.
Oh, man. I did it last year.
Big shout out to Sale, man. He's doing his thing. And even cats like Sale, man. He came in when I was president of Kings of the South, man, just to see. I like to see the growth in people. You know, when it was times were bad, it was bad. But you gotta grow out of the bullshit. And so big shout out to Big Sale and what he's doing over there with FHO.
Before you go, man, I got a quick story about Big Sale, because when I started doing this, the first thing out of folks' mouth was, Big Sale doing that. I was like, you know what? Big Sale has inspired me to do what I do, and I'll tell him the same thing, because this platform is for everybody who's got something to say, and he inspired me to have the courage to get out and do this, because it's not easy to get out and ask people for interviews and things of that nature. So shout out to my main man, Big Sale. I appreciate, man, you inspired me.
Yes, but you know what's funny about that? Before Sale even started doing the FHO, and he'll tell you this story, we started what we called, I wanted to start Kings TV. And that's when back then we were doing the video way before people.
The Run What You Brung videos.
Actually, it was before the Run What You Brung.
Really?
It was just Kings TV. It was us just talking shit. And I told Sale, I just saw it in him. I told Sale, and he'll tell you that. I said, Sale, take it and run with it. Take Kings TV, do your thing, because that's his lane. Mm-hmm. And see, I'm just a firm believer. Okay, if it's a tree, I'm not gonna get on your branch, and don't get on mine, cause
it's gonna break.
Motherfucker's gonna break. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let people do what they're good at.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than somebody not being good at anything and come in and try to be the best at everything. And when you ain't never accomplished nothing, you ain't never did nothing, you ain't never tried to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just to see where we started with that and where he is now, man, I salute him. Me and him laugh about it all the time, man. And people see him and what he's doing, instead of congratulating like what you just did, they hate on him. They fuck Sale, and it's just like lie. People lie so much on, But the sad part is, just to go back real quick, when you say what has me scratch my head is the fact that I can come up to you right now, Moon, and say, man, the sky is motherfucking orange, Moon, and motherfucker like, you right. Motherfuckers just go along with whatever lie that's being told to suit whatever they're trying to be or wherever they're trying to go, you know. And I said something a while back about, you can't come on a motorcycle set bossing up on people. Oh, I'm this boss, I'm this and that. When the next day you're at your job saying, "May I take your order?" And now no disrespect to the "may I take your orders," but make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? If you're humble, if you go to work every day and you obey the rules at work, don't come out here trying to boss up on somebody and try to get them to do some shit you ain't never did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna enforce, hey, your club gonna ride X amount of miles, make sure you out there with them. Yeah. See, I've always been a trenches type dude. If my folk in the trenches getting dirty, I'm right there with them. Yeah. And can't nobody ever say anything against that. I'm in the trenches with my people, man.
Well, leaders should never ask anybody to do anything that they wouldn't first do themselves.
Absolutely. If I'm picking up trash, everybody picking up trash.
Absolutely.
And if I see somebody picking up trash, Moon, I'm gonna go over there and help them. Not be like, hey man, you need to hurry up. I'm ready to go. Yeah. No, because guess what? If I go over there and help them, we'll all get out of here quick. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm just built different with some of this stuff, man.
All right, let's come out that rabbit hole and go back to talking about.
Let's go ahead.
What else is going on this summer? What you got going on your calendar?
The Cali, the sales run. That's it right now.
Okay.
I think it's some races going on in September down in can't remember what we race at down now. Reynolds, down in Reynolds. I don't know the exact date down in September, but of course we'll put it out there on Facebook. But that's it right now. Honestly, it'll be pretty much whatever the vibe is, whatever people talking about. Right. Like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do right there. Yeah.
So the thing is, I'm calling up my main man Double D and PT right now. I'm looking for y'all, man. Y'all got action. I'm just letting you know. Okay.
They was out there yesterday.
I know they was.
Yeah, they was out there yesterday.
Them two jokers right there. They're my guys right there, man.
Love them to death, man. You know what? I love PT. Double D. But no, they're my guys right there. That's family right there, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely family, man. Shout out to PT and Double D, my guys out in Conyers, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, check this out, man. Now, before we get out of here, we've been chopping it up here for a minute. Words of wisdom or advice for this new generation of riders out there, man, because they're coming after these old heads.
They're coming after the old heads. And my suggestion to the old heads, get the hell out of the way so you won't get embarrassed.
That's right.
You know, doing some shit you know you ain't got no business doing. See, my thing is, it's the ones that never did anything. And now you're trying to do something now when you've had all this time to do something.
You had your opportunity.
So now the vibe, now it's been a shift. You ain't gonna be able to keep up with these young cats. Man, you got cats like Young Cash. He out here riding. He on the side of the bike.
He killing them.
He got sparks and shit coming from his shoes. He doing some different shit.
He killing them.
But you know what's crazy about that young cat? They gonna hate on him because he doing something nobody's ever done.
Okay.
They want to do it, but they ain't got the balls to do what he's doing. And he know I'm one of his biggest supporters, man. And but old heads just need to. If you didn't get it back then, sorry. Just get out the way, man, and let these folk. Nothing worse than somebody trying to hang on to something when it already passed them by.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So me, I know my era is over with, so I'm just gonna slide.
No, dog, we still got some time left, man.
But see, when I say my era, I mean I'm just sliding over here.
Okay.
Not out the door.
Not out the way. Okay.
Not out the door. I'm right next to you.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna watch and see what you're gonna do. And if I see a pothole or something in front of you that you about to hit, I'm gonna let you know what you can do to go around that pothole instead of letting you hit it, then laughing at you.
Okay.
Laughing at you, talking about you. Oh, you saw that motherfucker, man, that motherfucker. No. Show these folk the right way, man.
One teach one.
Absolutely.
So if we all lived by those words, it's be a better place right now, man.
Man, I sleep good every night, Mo. I sleep good every night.
That's because you always doing the right thing, man.
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do because at the end of the day, we're all human. Nobody's perfect,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We're prone to mistakes, but if we can learn from our mistakes and grow,
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah, yeah.
God bless each and every one of us, man.
Man, you get an opportunity every morning to look in that mirror and fix whatever you do, whatever you did yesterday. You get an opportunity every day when you look in that mirror before you walk out the door and start some more bullshit.
That's why they call it the present, because it's a gift that you get up every day.
Yes, sir.
So, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
that's that word of wisdom for y'all out
Yes,
there.
sir.
Man on the Moon World, here with my main man Teebo. We at Lounge 2105 here on Moreland Avenue.
Absolutely.
And it's actually Taco Tuesday, and they got a prom dress. They're taking in prom dresses and stuff for kids. They got that going on here as well. So,
Yeah.
you know, we don't want to get in their way, so we're going to hurry up and finish up here. Before we get out of here, man, anything else you want to put out there in the atmosphere?
Man, just much love to everybody. I mean, it's enough money out here. It's enough attention out here if you're seeking that. It's out here for everybody, man. You ain't got to step on nobody to get where you're trying to go, man. There's enough room for everybody to move around. When you see a quick trip on one corner, you see a racetrack on the other corner. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
It's enough of everything for everybody, man, where you ain't got to be a slime ball, you know, and slime folk and lie on folk and do all that kind of stuff. Speaking of, you ain't got to be a slime ball, man, and just slime on people, man, to advance yourself. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Put the work in, and if the work is worth anything, people ain't gonna never forget you anyway. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
They ain't gonna never forget you. So whether I'm in a vest, out of a vest, because I do now, it's a choice for me whether I want to walk out the house, put on a vest, or I don't, because I done put that work in, boy, and my reputation is what it is, man. And I didn't get in this to build a reputation. I just got into this just for the fun of it, and to just do right by people, and just show people some different shit, man, that you can be respectful, man, and be respected at the same time, man.
You know, man, on behalf of the people who haven't told you, or in case you didn't know, you know what, man, you are a motorcycle icon on this set, man, because you have actually put the work in this Atlanta motorcycle thing. You've done it. You've laid the foundations for others to grow. And if nobody's told you, we appreciate everything that you've done in this Atlanta motorcycle set.
Man, I appreciate
Man
that,
on the Moon World, Teebo, the icon. Man, he's a legend here in the streets of Atlanta, man. Thanks for sitting down with the Man on the Moon World.
King shit, man. Founder shit. Believe that. Fuck what you heard and fuck who told it to you.
There you have it.
There it is.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
My man.